Okay, 18th of November, Monday, 2024, Adrian's Daily Vlog, sharing smart stuff men should know, Money Monday, Bitcoin and other stuff. Bitcoin is the least riskiest thing, the least risk. So this really originated in a conversation I had with an acquaintance, let's say a couple of years ago. Ooh, 3, 4 odd years ago, something like that, three odd years ago. And he mentioned that, oh, Bitcoin, isn't that risky? Isn't that, I don't know, isn't it risky? And I could understand where he was coming from with regard to the price being inconsistent all over the place, whatever else. You know, it's here, there, here today, gone tomorrow. Fair enough. I understand that. But that conversation got me thinking. Naturally, self-evidently, because I'm here a few years later doing a video about it, and did a video about that as well. Be aware of self-evident things. Okay, now, that got me thinking. The more you understand Bitcoin, the technology, the network, the game theory, the first principles, the code, the technology, that idea actually flips, and you realize that actually it is the least riskiest thing. It has the least risk. Now, of course, there's still risk inherent in the system. By being alive, by virtue of being alive, there is risk. So we could say, well, pounds, euros, dollars, it has third-party risk, nation-state risk, natural disaster risk, economic risk, political risk, instability, things like that. And you could say, well, stocks, they have scandal risk, supply chain risk, they have legal risks, they have marketing risks, they have management risks, they have disaster risks, act of God risks. All these other things out there that these traditional investments would have, these risks. This risk, that risk, tort risk, who knows what else kind of risks. There's a tweet that I came across months ago, I guess, at this point, and there's a video that I came across that talks about this chart as well, that Michael Saylor discussed in one of his talks, really couldn't say, but I have the links, description below, pinned comment, description below. And it talks about these different kinds of risks, all these risks and risks behind a company. So let's get a quick glance behind a company, for example, or you can expand it and go to any other place. So a competitive risk, technology risk, political risk, facilities risk, regulatory risk, employee risk, vendor risk, customer risk. And you can extrapolate those into, say, countries as well. Well, there's a problem of the citizens leaving as a risk. There's a risk of sales and supply chains, all these kind of things out there. Fair enough. Okay, that exists, that is. But then Bitcoin, because it's of its first principle, and I heavily encourage everyone to go onto ChatGPT and just ask it 10 first principles of Bitcoin. And one of them will be decentralization. Because it's decentralized, that means there's no one single point of attack or failure. This particular office can't be raided and the whole thing collapses, or the whole thing becomes inoperable, or that person over there, him, can be arrested or hit by a bus, the traditional scenario, hit by a bus and becomes incapacitated, unavailable, and the whole thing becomes inoperable, collapses. There's no one person, there's no one office, there's no one miner, no system, no node, no network, nothing. It's decentralized. That means, built in, by definition, by default, there's no third-party risk. No third-party risk means you have no risk of, say, management or scandals, picking the wrong person, picking the right person, people retiring, people dying, people becoming indisposed, whatever else. Retiring, you name it, whatever. That risk doesn't exist. It's cut off. There is no political risk because it's neutral. There's little regulatory, if any regulatory risk, because it is its own network with its own game theory playing out. It is its own system. There's no scandal risk because there's no one person that can do something scandalous and bring the whole thing down. Yeah, there's people involved in the space and the technology and the network, but if one person does a scandal, the whole thing still runs. There's a very nice saying in the Bitcoin space, a nice meme, TikTok next block, meaning the technology just moves on. It just goes on. No matter what happens, no matter what the price or the issuance or whatever else, the halvening, things continue. And also, because the halvening, again, the first principles, that the technology behind it, we can predict things into the future. which means there's even less risk because it means the future is more mathematically certain. Meaning, we know how many Bitcoin will be issued per day, per every 10 minutes, into the next 4, 8, 12, actually 120 odd years into the future. Technicalities. But what's the issuance rate of fiat, of dollars, pounds, euros, you name it? Well, we don't know. It depends on the next term's policy. It depends on the next issue, on the next interest rate agreement, things like that. We don't know. The future is less. The future is uncertain. With fiat and dollars and pounds, it's uncertain. Well, we don't know. It depends on. But with Bitcoin, we have certainty, technically, for the next 120 years. Fascinating stuff. Mathematical certainty. And because of that certainty, the maths points and says, well, no matter where the demand goes, people understanding the first principles, people understanding how low risk it is, the technology behind it, the issuance rates will stay the same, but demand will increase. So what happens when supply stays the same, but demand increases? Well, you tell me. That's another video. Comment below, you know what to do. So, but then you could say, well, there's some risk. There's security risk. Okay, fine. How are you protecting it? How are you storing it? Self-storage, cold storage, you name it. How are you protecting it? Yeah, you take this risk and sort this out and all the rest. And the more you understand, the fewer risks there will be because the more secure you can make it. But as a practical matter, recognize that right there. All these countless risks over here and other undisclosed risks as well, or unrecognized risks, or unknown unknowns, black swans. And then every, say, quarter or so, companies release, I want to say F10 or F10 report, something like that. These public companies reveal they have these documents, they push it out there, and in the chapters in the documents, there's a page or a few pages that talks about disclosed risks, risk factors that the company sees, disclosing these risks so the investors are more aware, more up to date what's happening. Disclosed, that's the idea, disclosure. That. So there's all kinds of risks, countless risks out there. But over here, you could say we have security risk. Now, what's all this number of risks? Political risk, who knows what else, compared to this over here? Because you could say, oh, there is still risk in Bitcoin, yes, but as a practical matter, the risk is that versus all this, all these uncertainties, all these variables that could go off. And yet, here we are. Interesting. As a practical matter. Because again, I think in a bit of a philosophical way, the only way to truly ever get rid of risk is not to be alive anymore, basically. That way you're not going to feel hunger, you won't be tired, you won't need to work, you won't want or need to work, you just be in a state, well, that's a whole other conversation, but you won't be hungry anymore, you won't need to work, you won't be tired, things like that. But that's a whole other conversation, very philosophical. But the point still stands. Bitcoin is the least riskiest thing as you understand it more, as you understand the first principles, the technology, the network, everything else. You realize that actually it's the least riskiest thing. And as you understand more of the fundamentals and the game theory, the future becomes incredibly clear where it's going to go. Again, if the issuance rate, the amount of Bitcoin created every 10 minutes every day is this, the next 4 years is this, consistently this, but the demand increases because more people understand the first principles, watch these videos and study whatever else, demand increases, what's that going to do for the price? As I mentioned earlier, well, you tell me, comment below, you know what to do. But that is interesting. That shows that it's the least riskiest thing because the future is clear, the difficulty adjustment, the mining, the halvening, the supply and the demand, the awareness, people understanding it, the technology is the same, consistent, same code, same open source code, and the risk, there's no third-party risk, fundamentally, it's all just you, your security choices. That's powerful. Very, 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 very powerful. Especially powerful because it means that it's all on you. It's meritocracy, really, in that regard. When you really break it down in a very reductionist, it's all down to you. That's powerful. Very, very powerful. Amazing. But yes. But otherwise, Adrian's Daily Vlog, sharing smart stuff men should know. Subscribe for more, and you will see me tomorrow.